We have got ICE and Tom Homan's team trying to clean up MacArthur Park. Isn't this your home state, Cannon? And your lovely mayor, Karen Bass, goes out there not to say, thank you, it's riddled with MS-13. Literally no children ever play here because they could get shot. It's become a place where illegal immigrants go to get false IDs and try not to get killed by MS-13. She calls up the head of CPB out there and says, get out. Don't come here. We don't want you. In response to which that guy says, I don't work for you. And I'm sorry, but you're going to be very disappointed because you better get used to me and my face. Because my team and I are going to be here until this park is rid of the scourge that is known as MS-13. And on whose side are you, Mr. Cannon?
Well, I want to clarify. I'm from San Francisco. So the mayor, Gavin Newsom, was my mayor. And we can get to him later. But Karen Bass was, she's in this spirited competition with Brandon Johnson, who can be the most ineffective mayor. It's impressive, really. Yeah, in its way. And
Dark horse coming up the third position in the lane, possible Zoran Mamdani. He's running.
The Big Apple. She was a member of the House for a long time and kind of generally well-liked, pleasant person, not considered a heavyweight. And when she ran for mayor, I remember being surprised. She had no executive authority. I didn't think she'd win. She did win. We've been talking this week about, National Weather Service alerts. When the alert came that Los Angeles was a combustible, she went to Africa on a junket to an inauguration. I think it was the president of Ghana. I don't know why. And when she got back, and the Palisades were burning, her response was to fire the fire chief. So, she has distinguished herself by being, feckless and ineffective. And I don't know why. It's a bit of a mystery to me. She had long experience in politics, rarely made a mistake. She was very left. But these missteps, I guess right now into a Democratic politics, if you're from a big city, Megyn, we talked about this on our show, you've got to, you got to position yourself against ICE, against the Immigration Service. You've got to favor open borders, sanctuary cities, all these things. But you're really saying that you don't want the law to be followed. And I think it seems to me a dead end for the Democrats. And I don't know why they keep, it's like keep going down that cul-de-sac.
This 2 points. When we were in New York and our kids were going to these New York City private schools, as expensive as they were and as fancy as they supposedly were, the playground right next to our all boys school was referred to by the boys as dog poop playground. It's just riddled with dog poop, people not picking up after their dogs. To me, this is like taking the side of the dog poop. This isn't like immigrants enjoy this park. It's MS-13. They literally are killing your citizens and getting people addicted to drugs, like innocent Americans. And you're on the side of the dog poop. Like somebody who came through and said, I'm going to clean up all the dog poop so the children can play and they don't have to deal with it anymore. And the mayor came out and said, the dog poop stays. Step away. This is the position she's taking. And it's not just her. You're right. Zoran Mamdani, who is likely to be our next mayor in New York City, is having this clash right now with the sitting mayor, Eric Adams, where Mamdani is saying, I will not work with ICE. I will not funnel any illegals to ICE's way, even if there is a federal detainer on them so that they can be deported. And Eric Adams is out there. Eric Adams, I'm for the corrupt one. I really hope Eric Adams wins re-election. I don't care if he's corrupt. It's like, so he took a couple gold bars from Egypt or something like that. This is the least of our problems with these candidates. And like, you got the sex pest, you got the corrupt guy, and you got the communist. You guys work with me. So Mamdani is saying no ICE, and Eric Adams was on camera saying, you know what? You got to work with these federal agencies. This is the same as saying, like, we're not going to pay our taxes. We're not going to deal with the IRS. Like, we have to. We have no choice. But this nutcase, Karen Bass, she goes out there after 45 minutes after they got there. She showed up and she called up the Border Patrol chief, the guy I mentioned, his name is Gregory Bovino, and told him they needed to leave. Here she is. This is, I think, she's at the LA raid. She is, SOT 20.
They need to leave, and they need to leave right now. They need to leave because this is unacceptable.
Who did you speak with?
Just wait and see.
Mayor Bass,
They will be leaving soon.
Mayor Bass.
She's in favor of the dog poop. And then Bill Malugin of Fox tweeted, I just spoke to Border Patrol Chief Gregory Bovino, who was the official on the phone with Karen Bass at MacArthur Park today. I asked him for his message to her as she demands raids end. Quote, I don't work for Karen Bass. Better get used to us now, because this is going to be normal very soon. We will go anywhere, anytime we want in Los Angeles. Meantime, the protesters, the activists are getting lawyers ready. They want to send lawyers to the scene. They're slashing tires of some of the federal vehicles there. They're throwing objects at the federal vehicles. They're screaming, get the F out, get the F out. And then, of course, because this is what leftists do, they dropped in the tranny to go yell at, to go yell at the ICE agents. Really, it's another movie. After we're done with Missing Minute at Midnight, we've got tranny in MacArthur Park. Here it is.
What are you going to do with that hot shit gun? What are you going to do?
For the listening audience, it was like a goth trans, I don't know. I'm not sure what that was. It was a man pretending to be a woman and not very convincingly. Andrew, you enjoyed that one. Come on.
Yeah, well, Carl said, we talked about this on our show. I think that the theory of the case for the Democrats right now on this, the only explanation that makes sense for their position, because this is what Trump ran on, this is what Trump won on, this is one of those sort of 70-30, 80-20 issues. But their theory is that the Trump administration will go too far and there will be a reaction against ICE, against Tom Homan, and that they will sort of catch that wave. That's the only sort of political explanation for it all. I'm not saying they're right, but I think that if you're looking for an explanation of how the Democrats, especially progressive Democrats, especially progressive Democratic mayors, are taking this position, which seems so out of touch with all American voters, that seems to be at least a plausible explanation. Whether they're right or not, I don't know. But that seems to be what they're betting. And if you believe that, the idea of trying to provoke an overreaction on the part of ICE is part of the strategy. So these protests are designed to make ICE overreact. And to the extent that they don't, we see pictures like that, which are like, oh, they look ridiculous. And it is ridiculous.
Since President Trump was sworn in, his administration has made enormous progress at a breakneck pace. But don't forget, while they're moving mountains for the good of the nation, you've got your own personal savings to worry about. And one of the best ways to look after your savings is through diversification, particularly with gold, like from Birch Gold Group. In the past 12 months, the value of gold has increased by 40%. OMG. Central banks continue to bolster demand for gold by buying in record quantities. Global instability and tension is high, and Birch Gold makes owning physical gold extremely easy. Easily convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold, or buy some to store in your home safe. Just text MK to the number 989898, and Birch Gold will send you a free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. With an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, take control of your savings today. Text MK to the number 989898. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.